Have you ever found yourself very, very busy doing stuff? You are busy beating yourself here and there, occupied, not even having time for any other thing else. And also, it appears that you are not being appreciated, or complaints still keeps coming that you are not doing enough, or that you are not even working. And even you yourself, you also realize that the target you have set for yourself doesn't seem to be coming true so easily, or no matter how much hard or harder you try, you are still unable to accomplish the specific tasks that you have set for yourself. And above all, despite all the busyness, despite all the sweat, despite every energy that you have dispensed, every resources that you have sunk into whatever it is you find yourself doing, you are still not being appreciated. You are still not, people don't seem to see the reality or the value of what you are even doing. But you yourself, you are not idle, you know that you are not lazy, you know that you have been busy almost all through without any form of rest. I don't know if you have found yourself in that situation before. It could even be at home between husband and wife. You as a wife, you are busy doing a lot of things, or you as a husband, you are busy doing a lot of things, but your spouse keeps saying you are not doing enough, or your spouse doesn't seem to see value in what you are doing. What then is really wrong? But in the true sense of it, you have been doing things, you have been doing stuff, you have been into a lot of hard work, but appreciation seems to be less. The commensurate commendation, the commensurate appreciation is not being given, or it's not being realized, or the value for the hard work you think you are sinking in or you are giving in is not even commensurate to the sweat. It's not commensurate to the energy that you have sunk into that very work that you are doing. What then really is wrong? I see that as an issue of priority. And when we talk about prioritizing your tasks, prioritizing your work, people get it wrong sometimes. People misplace the place of importance and the place of urgency. A lot of times we seems to sink our own selves into doing things that we consider very, very, very important more than every other thing else. And so we spend our time, we spend our resources in doing those things, or on focusing on those things to see that we have them done, to see that we resolve or solve those problems, or bring about the completion, or bring about the resolution, or causing those things that appear to be more important happen in our lives or even in our homes. But the issue there is that most times, even when you focus on what you think is the most important thing, appreciation is still not being gotten. It's still not being given. Your spouse is still not happy with you. Your boss in the office is still not happy with you. Your friends or your family, your children are still not happy with you. Despite everything you think you are doing that appear to be important, especially in your own sight. This is where the place of urgency comes in. So when you are prioritizing, you look at the weight of importance, and you also look at the weight of urgency. And that is also where the issue of time factor comes in. There are issues, there are things that you prioritize in your own life that are not urgent, that are not time bound, but yet they are very important. And there are those that you shift away as mania or as little or as trivial, but yet they are urgent and time bound. Sometimes those little things that you neglect, that you think are not important, are the things that causes the sour relationship we experience in our lives, in our homes. Because the things that you think don't matter are the things that matters a lot to the people you are relating with. Because they are time bound. Once the time is passed, you can never have them done again, except another cycle comes around again. So I see that as an issue that happens mostly in the home front. You prioritize, you put on the top priority list things that you feel are very important, but yet they are not urgent. Yet there can be things that should take you a year to accomplish, but you focus on them from day one and you forget the things that should be accomplished in the immediate. So these are the things that causes strain in our relationships. They are things that causes strains in our homes. What are the things that needed to be done today for the benefit of the family, for the benefit of the people you are relating with, for the benefit of even your own self? Once we are able to prioritize, once we are able to balance up this matter, then our prioritization will be more effective and also impactful. So for your work, for your output to be impactful, for your output, to affect others, for your output to be highly appreciated, for your output to be of great value, you need to understand and also place at the top of the priority list those things that appear to be trivial but are time bound, are urgent. While you keep on working for the greater accomplishment of those things that are of greater importance, but have a longer time span to accomplish. So in your accomplishing those things that appears to be little and trivial, they become a build up to you accomplishing those things that are bigger and of higher importance, but have a larger or a longer time span. So I feel once we are able to focus on that, some quarrels that we experience at home, some quarrels that we experience even as we relate with others, some quarrels we experience in the organizations we find ourselves might not necessarily have to arise. Because you make those things that appear trivial to you as building blocks to accomplishing the larger things that have a longer time span. So I just want to draw your attention to this. Maybe you have not taken note of this, that despite everything you have invested, you are still not being appreciated, or the right result that you have expected is not forthcoming, simply because you have neglected the things that should form the building block for the accomplishment of the higher good, of the greater priority, the greater important things that you think you have that has a longer time span. So if you focus on those things, I believe you will bring joy to the people around you. You will bring joy in your relationship. You will bring healing in your relationship, and you will just see things working well with you. So we have to think as each day comes to us, as God blesses us with brand new day, each morning, we must sit down and think, what are the things that are of more importance that need to be accomplished today? And then you work towards accomplishing them as a build-up for the ones you want to accomplish tomorrow, or in the next week, or in the next year. And for that very day, you have your goal for the day. You also have a goal for the present time, for the present moment, either morning, afternoon, or evening. So the things that need to be accomplished in the morning, just ensure that you accomplish them in the morning. Don't keep working towards accomplishing things that should be accomplished by evening time while neglecting things that need to be accomplished in the morning. Because if you leave them undone, if you leave them not being accomplished, you will only pile up quarrels, you will only pile up strain and stress for yourself. Because it will result to quarrels amongst the people you are relating with, either in the home front or in your office or in any organization you find yourself. And as you focus on accomplishing these little things, you will just realize that these little things that you have accomplished has only enabled and helped you to accomplish the greater one with ease, without stress, without strain. So God bless you even as you look into this and organize your life, and also take care of the health of your relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your co-workers, with everyone around you, the community you find yourself. I believe this is going to be of greater help if you are able to sit down and think through again. God bless you and thank you for staying tuned. Amen.